So this is gonna be a little bit of my story, which started around 2007 when I first got into drifting. I was 12 back then, so it was pretty obvious that I couldn't do anything about it. But I fell in love with it since the beginning. It wasn't anything big in Poland back then because the first competition in Poland was held around 2004. So nothing too crazy, but even since back then I started watching all the videos online, the Japanese stuff. I was up to date with what was going on in Poland. I read all the forums and everything, and basically since the beginning I started playing LFS, Live for Speed. I bought my first steering wheel. It was a Logitech Driving Force Pro, and started spending every second of my free time practicing on the simulator. Then I upgraded to the Logitech G27 that I have to this day, and I was training online as I wasn't able to have my own car because I was 12 back then. Every minute of my free time I spent drifting on the simulator. It wasn't as popular back then as it is now. Not so long after, I planned to buy my very first own car, which would be a BMW E30. I was encouraged by some fellow underage adults that's been starting training with the help of their parents. But when I shared what I thought to be a great plan to my parents, they didn't really understand it so much. And having a car when I was 13 then, I guess, wasn't an option. So I was stuck with the videos, with the internet. I read all the forums, knew what was going on the Polish stage, and time went by. I turned 18, bought my first car, which was a trusty Mercedes 190e with 2.6 K-Jet engine, which wasn't really reliable. First little steps in an open diff in that car. I quickly changed the car and bought an E36, which was my first E36. It was a original 323 Ti compact that after some time had a blown gasket, so I pulled the whole bottom end from the 2.8. But obviously it was my only car, so I never done any mods to it except for the exhaust and stuff like this, because it had to be reliable when I needed it. Had to take me across Poland or even, you know, abroad. It was my only car, it had to work. So I was still only a spectator. Then I met Bombel through a mutual friend of ours who's also into drifting, and he got his first drift car not so long after. It was a E36 2.8, nice beater car. You could know it from the different videos, and we drove to events with him. I got to do some drive lunch with him. Next step in this whole drifting thing to the track days. Got to drive his car once, and you know, other friends' cars here and there, but I could count those occasions on the fingers of one hand. earning too much, buying another drift only car wasn't an option. So years went by and had to, suck it up and be on the spectator's side of things. In the meantime, Bumble upgraded to his E36 turbo, so we got even more pumped. Other friends were building different cool, more powerful cars, so the track days we went to got more and more interesting. But I stayed focused, knew that one day I gotta do it on my own. And it was only last year when I bought this car, which is the E36 325i Touring. And I knew that I didn't need much, as I followed the grassroots scene in Poland for some time now, and I saw that many people were having fun in a simple build cars, nothing too fancy, NA engines. It is enough to have fun, and I don't need anything more to be happy. I just want to have a simple car to have fun with it. Don't have to go to drift events every weekend. Even a few slides and a wet here and there are fun to me, and fun is what we're doing it for, I guess. So if you are in a situation I was in, that you want to do it badly but cannot afford it, keep your head down, your opportunity will come. Just remember not to have your vision blurred with all you can see on the internet, all the crazy builds, etc. You don't really need that to have fun. Have a simple car, drive, have fun with it. That's what I'm gonna do. Peace.